have you known Amy? It's weird because a long time ago when I had maybe 1,000 subscribers, I invited her to play Avalon and Atari in the original Vengeance Reign. And about the original Vengeance Reign, it was basically the first half of Empathy, which was, oh my god, my voice is dead. So Luca was actually in a barn, and he was the chosen one.
That, yeah.
Like Story was in Empathy, so he was the chosen one, and Avalon and Atari, who are played by the same models in the original, go and take him out, and they're like, you're the Golden Prince, we're gonna go on a magical journey. So she was gonna play Avalon and Atari originally. So that's how we knew each other back in maybe 2011, and then we stopped the old Vengeance Reign. I invited her back to play Shadit and Trout. Actually, no, I invited you to audition, and then you got those guys. Yeah, so we've known each other for many years.
Water or something.
Fine, my voice. I don't know what's happening.
Up.
The video where Fox just keels over and dies on camera. By the end of it, she'll sound like this. I tried to cough and I farted.
FoxGlory, everybody.
Would you ever consider doing a Vengeance Reign and Conquering Tide crossover? I feel like there would be a really good just one scene crossover of Avanchi teaching Gaia how to sword fight.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be awesome. Thank you for the idea. I'll get on that. What cameras do we use to film, and why do we use those specific cameras?
Well, I've used a few cameras in my time. I started off with like a Fujifilm digital camera. I can't remember what it was. It was not very good. Fuji. That's like your water. Fuji. What do you call it?
But it's Fuji. But it's such a weird word. I just snorted. Why do I keep making all these really weird noises? I feel like death right now.
It's the effect I have on people, clearly. You may never get to know the end of Vengeance Reign, because I'll probably kill her by the end of it.
What's happening? So what
so-
cameras do we use now?
It's a Sony Handycam. It's one of the newer ones. I say newer, it's like 2012. It's black, it's shiny, and it films in HD. It's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. You, on the other hand.
So I use a Canon 5D Mark II.
Which is what they used on Iron Man 2, people.
Yeah. It was actually given to me, and I was kind of like, oh, cool! I originally had a $300 camera that was like a little Sony Handycam, and I didn't like it compared to this. For some reason, it zooms a lot better than this one because all my shots are done in post-production. I have to crop everything. If my head were a hamburger, how much would it weigh? How much does your head normally weigh?
Yeah, you call your burgers by the weight over here, don't you? Like quarter pounders and stuff, while we have just like a double cheeseburger.
That's what I eat every day at McDonald's. Double cheeseburger, large fry, and a medium chocolate chip frappuccino.
I haven't eaten at McDonald's in like 15 years. I think I was 6 years old the last time I had a McDonald's.
I might blow up if I didn't have McDonald's for that long. What famous celebrity would you date and why? Thomas Brodie Sangster, hands down, because he was a wizard in Game of Thrones.
Andrew Garfield.
Yes.
I guess if I had a girl crush, it would be Emma Stone, and they go out anyway, so best of both worlds.
Peanut butter, crunchy or creamy?
Crunchy.
Creamy.
Crunchy. Chunks of nuts.
We can't make videos. Baffled
Now
shit.
you have crossed the line with your crunchy peanut butter. Don't you come coming over from the UK with your crunchy.
Go back to the UK where you belong. How can I even? Sorry, you can't.
Or can you? Can you can't? You can't.
Which do you prefer, cake or ice cream? I like ice cream and cake.
I do like ice cream. Both. It depends, but yeah.
If you each had to choose a Briar that would represent you, which Briar would you choose and why? That's just a dream because she's perfect. Kemosabe, because he's the ugliest model of all time.
Maybe I'd go with Bluegrass Bandit mold because
I have an obsession with her.
I know, she's so pretty.
I feel like if Aurelius was a mare, that would be you.
I'd go with that.
Yeah. I wish he had, like, hair, though.
Yeah, it'd be so nice. They should make him like a long one.
Like, how are you supposed to rear and your hair is just, like, perfect? He's like one of those girls that wakes up perfectly in movies, and it's like,
or hair curled, makeup done.
Yeah.
She's just...
Can you not? If you could be a character in either Conquering Tide or Vengeance Reign, which character would be?
See, I play Shadit, and I'd quite like to either Travion or Shattuck quite happily, because Travion is really quite bouncy and really fun to play. Who's gonna last the longest? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the ultimate question. I'd like to be Persephone. I like evil characters, plus I love Just a Dream. And Persephone is probably one of the smartest, I guess. She's smarter than Lowry. She has him wrapped around her finger.
She does indeed.
Or hoof. Since you stopped Conquering Tide, can you please explain what's going to happen? I put this in so you can explain to the fans what's going to happen.
Oh man. Well, I'm not making any more horse movies. I've said this loads of times. It's just because, yeah, I'm 21. I work as an animator now. I don't have time, unfortunately, to, all my models are back in Wales until I buy a house in London, which is probably going to be a long time away. I can't move all my models back up to London because I have a tiny flat, so I don't make model horse movies anymore. I might make the odd sort of short just here and there, but I just don't
for
have
fun, but you don't like.
I'm not in a position to make any more films, but I do intend to continue Conquering Tide in comic form, but it is going to take its time.
What's next? Glasses!
No.
How do you think Hearth will approach Shattuck in the future?
Well, hopefully nicely.
Hearth is like bipolar. He was like, oh, I'm Hearth. He was so sweet and like, listen here,
oh,
kid.
you're a bastard. Bastard. And he was like nice to him, and then it was suddenly like, ugh, get out the way. Make up your minds. What are you gonna do? So, it would be nice for him to have some people care for him.
Who would you marry, Firam or Lalit?
I'd go for Farrell.
I feel like Firam would be easier to get around.
Yeah.
Because Lalit's like the head of everything.
But you'd have to really watch your step around him.
Yeah, and especially because he has his mom, who's even scarier than him, and he has, well, I mean, if you're married to Lyle, at least you have like Variet looking out for you. But I think I'd choose Firam just because he's easier. And you have a Rory, so you win. Favorite thing about living in LA for me, and your favorite thing about living in the UK?
It doesn't get blisteringly hot, and we don't have spiky grass. I went and sat down and it hurt, and it shouldn't be like that.
Obama, we need softer grass. My favorite thing about living in LA is everyone around me, really. It's the place of connections. Like, I go to school with actors and actresses, and they're like, can I be in your movies? Can I be in your movies? It's just like the land of creativity in films. So that's definitely the place I want to be if I'm doing films and stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
How many people, including, not including your family, know about your horse collecting?
I'll tell anybody. It's not a problem with me. I won't specifically bring it up, like if I meet someone new, be like, hi, by the way, I collect model horses. It's just like, if it comes up in conversation.
Hi, do you like horses? I like horses.
I think they'd probably be a bit terrified by that if we did that.
Yeah.
But
That's why I don't have friends.
I'll tell people, and people are fine with it. So, it's just a hobby. At the end of the day, it's nothing sad about it.
Me, a lot of people know about the hobby, and since I'm younger, and especially in middle school, people are like, ew. High school, people are a little bit more accepting, but they're like, you make films with plastic horses? But at least I go to, like, a school where people do film and they do all that kind of stuff, so.
I showed Conquering Tide to when I went into animation in university, because I showed them, because they love to see that kind of stuff as like pre-visualization, because they did Star Wars, they did some stuff like that. They worked with models and literally just moved them about. I'm like, me. It's really creative, so it's worth it.
What's your favorite American candy?
I shouldn't like them, but I do like the red Twizzlers, because I can actually eat those. But they are very chemically. But I don't tend to eat sweets. So
I like red vines. Twizzlers have some kind of
that's
weird.
what I mean.
Red vines are a lot.
Sorry,
better.
not
Twizzlers
Twizzlers.
are weird.
Yeah,
They have a weird taste. I think that's all our questions.
Wow!
Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed this question video with Foxxy MewMew.
Woo! Been great talking with you, and let's talk some more.
Bye.